Hello friends, today we'll start our new topic in quant, that is search and indices. You might be familiar with some of the concepts of this topic. We'll revise those concepts also and we'll learn some new thing in this chapter. First, let us understand what is search. A very simple structure, very simple representation you can see, that is nth root of a. The symbol this thing is called a radical sign, and index n is given, and a is also called as a radicand. Now we'll see how to write a complex surd into a simplest form. Now let us see what is the simplest form. A simplest form of a surd: no factor with nth power of rational number under the nth root sign of an index n. Now we'll understand what is this by taking some examples. We'll take these two examples. This is cube root of 135. Now if we'll simplify this, the 135, the factorization of 135 is 3 into 3 into 3 into 5. Then inside this third you will get 3 raised to 3 into 5. Now 3 raised to 3 can come out because it's cube root, then it will come 3 and cube root of 5. Now this I can refer simplest form of surd. Now the next is fourth root of 1875. In the same manner we'll factorize 1875 and we'll get 5 and fourth root of 3. Now we'll see some important laws regarding surd. Okay, now this is the first law. If there is a number nth root of a number raised to n, then this nth root and n power n will get cancelled, then you'll get the answer as a. And if you have division like this, then you can combine the denominator and numerator under same root. And if you have multiplication like this, you can, if the order is same, please keep in mind, if the both number is of same order, that means nth root of a and nth root of b, then you can always multiply. And if there is any this kind of representation, then you can reverse the order of root also. Here it is nth root, then mth root a. Now here it is mth root and nth root of a. Now we'll see some operations related to surds. Addition or subtraction. Addition and subtraction is possible only when the order and radicand are same. Okay, and comparison is only possible when they are of same order. If the order is not same, you'll have to make sure that you make those orders same. And how I'll make those orders same, we'll discuss this in one of the examples. Now we'll see one example where the order is already same. This is cube root of 2 and cube root of 8. If we'll compare this, we can easily compare because 8 is greater than 2, then this cube root of 8 will be greater than cube root of 3. Now we'll take one example where the base is different. In that examples, what I'll have to do, consider this example. Okay, here this is fourth root of 5 and cube root of 4. Now the 4 and 3, they are different numbers, so we can't compare directly. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to find the LCM of 4 and 3, which is 12. Now so can I write 1/4 as 3 by 12 and 1/3 as 4 by 12? Now if we'll write this, then 5 raised to 1 by 4, that means fourth root of 5 will become 5 raised to 3 by 12, which is in turn 5 cube raised to 1 by 12, that is 125 raised to 1 by 12. That means I can write 12th root of 125. In the similar manner, cube root of 4 will become 4 raised to 4 by 12, then 4 raised to 4, then 1 by 12, and 4 raised to 4 is 256. Then I can write the 12th root of 256. Now since we have made base of both the surds same, now we can compare directly. Here it is 125, here it is 256. That means since 256 is greater than 125, then we can easily say cube root of 4 is always greater than fourth root of phi. Now we'll see some concepts related to indices. This is a very easy concept. You know that if there is like x raised to n, you call n as exponent or index, or and x is called as base, and you refer that x raised to the power n. Now we'll see some very important laws of indices. You'll have to please note down all the laws. Okay. The laws of indices will start with this. If the base is same, we can add the powers when you are multiplying these two numbers. A raised to m into a raised to n will become a raised to m plus n. Now if you are dividing and base is same, then you'll have to subtract. A raised to m upon a raised to n will become a raised to m minus n. Now here this is power of power, then in this case you'll multiply a raised to m into n, a raised to m into n. Okay. Now you can also use this formula. If there is two numbers a into b raised to m, you can always write a raised to m into b raised to m. For example, suppose there is a number called 63 raised to 2, then you can easily say it's 9 raised to 2 into 7 raised to 2, because 9 7 it's a 63. In the same manner, this is also one formula. Anything raised to 0 is always 1, provided it should not be equal to 0. Okay. Now this is also one formula. A raised to minus n is equal to 1 upon a raised to n. This you know. This also you know. Okay. Now here two important points. If base is same, then you can compare the powers. Here both base is 3, then I have compared the power, that is n equal to 2. Now also if the power is same, you can compare the bases. Here the power is 3 then I have compared the base, that is a equal to 4. Now we'll solve some of the problems related to this topic. Okay, we'll start with this. It is given the problem is like this: 2 raised to 2x minus 1 is equal to 1 upon 8 raised to x minus 3. Then find the value of x. This is very simple. For 8, can we write 2 raised to 3? Now this thing, when will come in numerator, will change the sign. Okay. Now 2 and 2, the base is same. Now you can compare the power. That is 2x minus 1 is equal to minus 3x plus 9. 5x is equal to 10, means x is equal to 2. This is the final answer. Now we'll solve one more problem. Given find value of x. Now it is given we can write it like therefore x is minus 2. Now after solving these two problems, we'll solve some more problems and also one problem which is asked in your GATE paper. Now we'll see third problem. Problem is like 7 raised to 7x plus 7 is equal to 1. From the first appearance it is looking like it's very difficult problem, but you'll have to understand one concept, that anything raised to 0 is 1. So can I write this 1 as 7 is to 0? Now since the bases are same, can I compare the power? 7x plus 7 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to minus 1. You know, it's very simple. Now the next problem, find x. In this question also we'll have to find the value of x. Now since here the base is 72 and also one of the term in this side is also 72, we'll not touch this term. We'll try to reduce this term to 72 as a base. Okay, now this 81 we can write 9 raised to 2, then 9 raised to 2 into 2.1. Now this 9 raised to 2 raised to 2.1 you can easily multiply, that is 4.2. Now for these two we can simply write 9 raised to 8.4 because we can add 4.2. Now you can see we are reaching towards our solution. Now it is 72 8.4 into 72 3.5 72 raised to x. Here I have multiplied the bases since the power is same. Now you'll get 72 11.9 is equal to 72 raised to x. Therefore x is equal to 11.9. This is my final answer. Now we'll see some more example. Now we'll take this example, question number 5. Here what the question says, if m raised to n is equal to 361, m and n being natural numbers, which of the following could be value of m minus n divided by 2? Now if we'll see that m and n both first thing which will come across your mind is 19 square. 19 square is 361. Now 19 square is 361, then m value and n value will be like 19 and 2. So if you'll find the value of m minus n divided by 2, that is 19 minus 2, that is 17. 17 divided by 2 is 8.5. But there is also one more possibility, that m is 361 and n is 1. That means 361 raised to 1 is also 361. Then in this case m value is 361 and n is 1. Now if you'll find the value of m minus n divided by 2, what you'll get? M 361 n 1, that is 361 minus 1, that is 360. 360 divided by 2, that is 180. Then in this problem we can easily say the answer is both B and C, because we are getting 180 as an answer also and 8.5 as answer also. Now we'll see a problem which was asked in your GATE exam in the year 2012. It is very recent paper. This question is based on indices. It's a very easy question. If 1.001 raised to 1259 is equal to 3.52 and 1.001 raised to 2062 is equal to 7.85. Then what is 1.001 raised to 3321? If you'll observe closely now, then you'll see 1259 plus 2062, you'll get 3321. So I have solved this. Since base is same, we can add the index. I have multiplied these two, that means I am adding the index. Now I got this number. That means if I want the answer of this, I'll multiply the values of these two numbers, which is 3.5 into 7.85, which is approximately equal to 27.64. Okay, thank you friends, bye.